Florida Field on an autumn Saturday has traditionally been the focus for fun, friendship, and football. Fighting Gator football, for this is Gator country. More than 59,000 fans per game fill Florida Field to witness all the color and pageantry that high-caliber collegiate football can bring. The name of the game is excitement. Wide open Southeastern Conference excitement. And this year will be something special for the Gators. For a new enthusiasm abounds on campus. The football program has undergone a positive change, taken a different direction. And for the over 30,000 that comprise the Gainesville academic community, a new war cry has been sounded. Charley Pell, a widely respected coach with a proven track record, is now in charge. And for Florida football, the future is suddenly as bright as the Florida sun. With the arrival of 37-year-old Charles Byron Pell, Florida fever is sweeping the campus, and there are shining hopes for the new regime's building program.
Charley Pell is our hope for next year. He's our new football coach, and we expect a lot out of him, but he's expecting us to work hard and back him up, and together I think we're all going to produce a really great football team next year.
I'm really positive. I think he's done a hell of a job in his recruiting this year. He's really gone out and got a lot of people in the state and out of the state. And like I was reading the paper today, and he signed more blue chippers and the red chippers than anyone else.
I'm very excited about Charley Pell because I've met him, and he's a motivator just standing there talking to him.
He wants to get to know everybody. That's what really impressed me about him. He's interested in each little facet of the athletic department and the student body, too.
I've only met him once, but when I first met him, I really think he's really enthusiastic. He's real fired up. And just being around him gets you, excited about next year. I just can't wait.
This school is the state's #1 university, and I think he wants to make our football team #1, too.
Charley Pell is a coach who's had great success in the business. He knows what to do. He knows how to do it. And he's the hardest working coach I've ever been around. I've told our administrative staff that if we can keep up with Coach Pell and his assistants, we'll be doing well.
Only the third time you didn't explode. Going careless. You got your head down. Yeah. Well, head up, Joe. You got careless. Keep your head up, Joe. Come on, Joe.
Well, in our situation, we're looking for the football players, and we're looking for those particular young people who not only have athletic ability, that has to be or should be part of it, but the part we're looking for is the people that can do the most with what they have, and we term that the overachiever. The overachiever, that man who can accomplish more with what he has than the other fellow who has basically the same talents. We're searching for that type of young man, and we begin with our first practice. Not necessarily the tallest or the fastest or the prettiest or the ugliest, but that particular quality about a person that's going to enable him to be successful. That's more important to me, really, than whether we run an off-tackle play or a screen play.
Go! Get it up, get it up, get it up! Right there, all right. Go!
Pell has brought a highly specialized group of men to Florida to form one of the top coaching staffs in collegiate football.
We don't have a lot of titles on our staff, and they're all selected people for one consistent and common characteristic. They're the type of men who care about young people. They've got to spend a little more time with that individual as a person. They've got to care about how his grades are doing. They've got to care about families and personal concerns. Then the player is going to have a much better chance of reaching his ultimate goal and becoming as good as he can be. I think that's got to be a big, big part of a relationship between a player and a coach.
For the young athlete at Florida, coaching is important. Part of the total athletic and academic picture which will develop during his years in college.
First and foremost priority must and always be academics and academic success. his ultimate goal, number one goal, must be to graduate with an education from the University of Florida. Once he achieves that level of success, that provides him the foundation that's going to last through everything. And that's something that he'll always have. It'll provide the base and the foundation for any success he enjoys later in life. Now, if he has enough talent to go on in professional football, that's a bonus. But he must establish that foundation for his life and for his future. That's why it has to be number one. And just to cite an example for you, the first coach we hired was administrative assistant for academic affairs and counseling, Dr. Terry Don Phillips, a graduate of the University of Arkansas, a former football player, a former football coach, who has a genuine interest in young people and seeing that they do establish a success pattern and put the emphasis where it should be placed academically.
One of the great universities in the country, the University of Florida combines emphasis on research with a versatile academic offering in its 16 colleges and 3 schools with graduate programs covering more than 50 doctoral fields and almost 100 at the master's level. It's one of the few universities in the nation housing agriculture, law, engineering, and medicine on the same campus. Located in the heart of northern Florida on 2,000 beautiful acres, the campus offers a myriad of scenic spots to study and relax. In what is perhaps the best location in the nation, the university is an hour from the Gulf of Mexico, an hour and a half from the Atlantic Ocean, and in the middle of the beautiful lake region of Florida. Such famous tourist spots as Disney World, Ocala National Forest, and Silver Springs are nearby. However, there are plenty of attractions on the university campus itself. Plenty of sunshine, water, and over 9,000 co-eds. And a major attraction for all who come to Florida is Gator football, a Saturday spectacular filled with all the excitement and color of big-time college athletics. Into this hotbed that is Florida football, Charley Pell brings a remarkable background. He has turned ailing programs around. Twice was named Atlantic Coast Conference Coach of the Year. And in the past 2 seasons, his teams won 18 of 22 regular season games and went to 2 major bowls. Charley Pell brings a drive and determination to the challenge of Florida football. And he is leading a building process which will result in excellent athletic facilities as it continues. The heart of Gator country is Florida Field, a contemporary stadium which records one of the top attendances in the country each football season. Yon Hall, the athletic dormitory, houses the Q.I. Roberts Memorial Dining Room. Florida athletes receive the finest treatment in training facilities, which are among the best in the country. The Charles Pippen weight room utilizes the latest lifting devices, all important ingredients as the Charley Pell era progresses toward its goal. As these athletes prepare themselves mentally and physically, they'll be ready to play exciting football, the Charley Pell way.
I love a long touchdown pass as well as I love to see a goal line stand. Or I love to see a great punt return or a great kickoff return. 104-yard kickoff return just really excites me, provided it's the Florida Gators doing the returning.
Wide open football with emphasis on the fast track, whether it be on offense or defense, is Charley Pell's style of play. It should fit in well with the blistering pace of one of collegiate football's finest conferences, the Southeastern Conference. That is only part of the rugged challenge the Gators face in the future. An intersectional schedule that includes powers like Houston, Southern California, and Penn State, as well as the traditional in-state rivalries with Florida State and Miami. Pell has a reputation for making things happen while doing it with a flair. Opponents say he knows only one speed, full speed. And for proponents of exciting football, Charley Pell and the Gators make a good combination.
We like to throw and catch. We like to throw and catch the football. We prefer to throw the football about 18 times a ball game. And we'd like for each of our opponents to know if they're going to have a chance to be successful against Florida, they're going to have to stop the pass. But we also believe in sound fundamental football. Winning football to us, successful football, begins with a kicking game and a strong defense and an explosive offense that can take advantage of opportunities and the skills and abilities that we possess. We're going to put the ball in the air. We've got a lot of speed. We've got a lot of speed in our state, and we should be able to always have some of the finest receivers and flankers and split ends and the big playmaker type football players as anybody in the nation. The last 15 years alone, 20 Florida players have been named to the All-American teams, and we've had a Heisman Trophy winner. So you can see already that the format is here. The opportunity exists for a young man to reach the ultimate goal, not only academically, not only personally, but in his athletic career as well.
I've never been so positive about anything before. I was born on this campus at Shands, and both my parents went to school here, and they've been coming every year, and I've never really had that kind of faith that we were going to do so well, and I really do now. With the players that we have and the recruits that we have gotten this year, I think it's going to really turn out well.
Sure, Alabama has their Bear Bryant, but now Florida has Charley Pell, and I think that can make all the difference in the world. He can probably bring out the talent and the desire in our whole school.
Our most immediate goal is to win the Southeastern Conference Championship in football. This is something our people have wanted for a long time, and I'm one of the people that have wanted that. And I know Coach Charley Pell is focusing on that in his mind, but that's really an intermediate goal. I'm convinced that that's one of the major reasons why Coach Pell has come to the University of Florida, is to give us the leadership in the direction of a national championship in football. I sincerely believe we have those kind of resources here at the University of Florida to make that happen, to establish a program competitively nationally which will be able to sustain that level of competition. I really think we have a chance to break in that circle of the top schools in the country in terms of football powers, and I think that's going to happen.
Well, the University of Florida and Charley Pell are building for the future with a solid foundation in every phase of their football program. And in Gator country, there should be plenty of thrills along the way. A give 'em hell brand of football designed to excite and to win. One thing for certain, with Coach Pell at the helm, hard work is the byword, and 1979 is only the beginning. For Florida football, the sun is rising. Gator football ticket information is available at your local Sun Bank. So join the team, support the Gators and Coach Charley Pell.